I took like years off to explore my passion. Like I just had it at the back of my mind. I was wanting to start. It was just that, I think it's because like I finished school really young. I'll say it's an airplane because I would dream of building one.
Dream of building an airplane.
And I'm telling you, I felt like I need to. So that's it.
Hi tech lovers, and welcome to another episode of Work with Ihechi. Today I'm working with a very beautiful guest, and if you want to know our honest review of the work session we're working from today, stay glued to the end. I'ma see you there. Who is this fine lady in front of us?
My name is Deborah. She'll look at My name is Deborah Yegwe. I'm a front-end engineer. And I also write, so like my background is quite diverse, but currently I work in a bank as a front-end engineer. And yeah, basically that's about it.
Who was Debbi before in Texas?
Oh, Debbi was right. Yeah, so like although I studied computer science.
Really?
I did. I took like years off to explore my passion. Like I just had it at the back of my mind. I was wanting to start. It was just that, I think it's because like I finished school really young.
Yeah. Okay.
So and I didn't really have direction. So I just kind of just followed what I liked.
Yeah.
I mean, it helped eventually, but then I just wanted to write, creative writing. That's what I started as. Started writing. And then I just started having like bearing along the way, like learning from my mistakes. And somehow I branched into technical writing, and that was when I decided, okay, you know what, it'd be easier to write technical content if I actually had an understanding of the technologies I was writing about. So I decided, okay, I'm going to go back into tech, and that was like 5 years after being in the creative world. So I came back.
What made you pick computer science, I suppose?
I would say particularly there's a moment I think I felt that epiphany. So then I was working as a research writer for an NGO. It was like an NGO founded by like the former vice president.
Oh, really?
So I was in the north then. The NGO like is focused on orphan children by the insurgency. So the thing is, they'll go to all those camps, right? And then they'll take account of all the children, all the motherless and fatherless children. So they want to just they needed to, their target audience was like the people that had no one with them. So they had to take like their records, right? And it was then I realized that I had already seen children that they brought from there and had stayed in the center for a couple of years. Like the program, the NGO took them out of there and then into the camp and then just catered to them all their every need, educational, physical, emotional, everything. So they became like new beings, and they were well spoken, they were very articulated, they were very neat. And when I realized that like the power was literally in that device, like if you were confirmed, like if the children were confirmed to be, okay, this is our person. That's like the getaway to a new different kind of life. And I realized that was technology. So like before it had been like an abstract thing, like people are like writing, spending hours in like dark rooms. But then I saw like the potential, and I'm like, okay, yes, I'm going to do this. And after I worked them, I think it was during the lockdown, I started revisiting like, okay, let me venture into the tech space. And then because like my field was writing, the closest thing was, okay, let me try technical writing. And that was the point that it got really challenging, and I thought, okay, let me just start with the relevant foundation. And so that's
so what was challenging about the writing?
So like the field was technical writing. So imagine trying to pitch for a gig where you had to write code snippets. Like you're saying, okay, this basically technological companies, they want you to say, okay, this is our new framework. They want you to test it, and then you're in a better position if you actually understood what it was, the technical aspect, and then it would be really difficult.
It was just more of you like being theoretical when you were writing.
And like you say a lot of,
and then you don't understand the other jargons that technical writing. So is it helping right now? Do you find a balance now? writing and then coding?
But that's the thing, like when I went back into tech, I wanted to take like a break from commercial writing.
Okay.
So I just wanted to focus on tech and like know my onions really well before I start, writing for money again. So it's something I can do effortlessly now when I choose the right project. But if I wanted to, I'll do it. But now I'm just so caught up with, building stuff and stuff. So yeah.
Since you started writing code, have you had any rewarding project that you've worked on? Let's say a project that you really liked, like you can connect to it.
Okay, is it like personal or work project?
Anyone.
Okay, I'll say both of them.
Okay.
So last year,
Yeah.
I did something related to my background.
Okay.
Right? So it was like I'm a writer,
Yeah.
So I built something. I conceptualized something, a content conversion site.
Okay.
Like it was personally close to me because I related with the target audience. Like, okay, writers, you want to post on different platforms.
Yeah.
And then I created something and it was inspired. Like I had that push because there was a hackathon that we needed to complete. So like I got a couple of friends and then we worked on the first iteration of the project. And even though we didn't win, I'm still happy that we were able to complete that project. And secondly, there was something we completed at work, right? Last year as well. It was like a back office photo, and I was like the only front-end person that did it. So I was really proud of myself because I learned really well. The fact that we completed everything end to end and like it's live and functional, like it made me really happy. So yeah.
And the project that you worked on is live. Like, how do you feel?
Like I think it's empowering because it's like this is like a full functional application and that it is helping a lot of people and you can see like I'm really happy and that's what pushes me to do more because
So do you see yourself writing code for a long time?
Writing code for a long time. I see myself building stuff for a long time.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily writing code. Because we all want to evolve, right?
Yeah.
And I like to say, eventually, I'd like to, have like a brand, even if it's like consultancy, right? Because I think now I'm just like really focused on setting foundation, building as much as I can, scaling as much as I can. But I don't think it's something I would want. Maybe it's something I would like want to do for fun. Like, oh, look at that! I want to build this stuff, right? But not really like that's all I want to do like long term. So yeah.
You were already working with an NGO and all of that. Do you see yourself having any tech dream that can help the children at the IDP place or something?
Yeah, having a tech dream. So one of the very first projects I started building when I transitioned into tech was something for like people who needed help, like less privileged. But I realized early enough that I wasn't at that capacity yet to like build that. So it's something that I would consider in the near future. Right? It's something I really would consider.
This question was supposed to be like, how would you explain your experience during your transitioning process into tech? But I mean, foundationally, you are like a Texas already.
Right.
I mean, you're a computer science student. So aside from the fact that I don't understand.
In Nigerian university.
that's where I'm going.
Okay.
Aside from the fact that in schools, right, studying computer science is just like a scam to become in a tech way because if you don't develop yourself. Well, I feel like it's like that for most of the courses also, but I think it's worse for computer science.
Yeah,
because it gets really practical when you're outside school compared to when you're in school. So, do you want to give us your experience learning, like transitioning, and then your experience while you're in school, and then maybe correlate the both and see if they are marrying themselves?
Yeah, like I'm going to jump back to what you said. You have to help yourself. Because I think what really helped me was during my IT. Because I actually went to an innovation hub, and that's actually where I learned like the basics of web development, even though I didn't like learn JavaScript. I learned, like, I just touched it, but I didn't really do it. It was mostly, learning how to translate screens using code as like HTML, CSS, right? I think that helped in a way because there are other courses you take during school, but I think, like I said, I didn't really have enough guidance. So I kind of wanted to just fulfill all righteousness and like read my books, cram, and like there was no understanding. But then I joined like an intensive bootcamp. So like I learned the basics, and when I went for the bootcamp, like it was intense, and that bootcamp kind of like tried to compress about 3-4 years of knowledge into 6 months. So we started with data structures and algorithms, right? And I think that was when I actually learned like the importance of algorithms in writing code. Like it always felt so abstract. I mean, what does link tree or linear list have to do with designing web pages?
Exactly.
But I mean, that way we were able to learn. I started from backend, right? So you're learning the algorithms, you're applying it when you're writing your functions and controllers and all of that. And even though it was really hard, it was really, really hard. I mean, I felt really happy that at least I had a kind of reference, because even though it was coming in full dose, they were able to kind of explain it and like push me into the river, because we had like algorithms every single week, and it's like I just keep getting 0.
You guys are scored.
We. That's why I met Ihechi, So yes, it was.
That's why I met Debbi.
I mean, I think it was rewarding.
It was crazy,
It was crazy and like insane then, but I'm kind of grateful that we went through all that.
One word for how you felt. One word.
I felt like an idiot. That's it.
Oh my God! You felt like, did I go to school for 4 years just to come and be messed up in one class? So one word for people that feel like moving into tech or transitioning into tech is impossible.
But nothing is impossible. I mean, like at the beginning it's hard. Like you might just feel like you're not doing anything. But the truth is, if you do it every single day, consistency, it grows on you. Like,
and then the practice,
you have to practice it, because you don't just watch tutorials. And there's this trick our tech lead taught us then. Like, you watch videos at 2x speed, so you spend half time watching the tutorials, and then just try to implement it. Because if you're just watching it, it doesn't really make sense. But there's something I do. Anytime I'm introduced to a new language, I go to the documentation, and sometimes documentation is perfect for people that actually know what they are looking for. So I try to just take a quick course, like an overview. I watch that on 2x speed, and then I go to documentation, and then I try to implement it. So that way it's not strange, because I thought, they did something, this is why they're doing it. So that's what I do when I try to like learn a new framework or something else.
Okay, so do you feel like they didn't do enough for you in school? Coming from
they definitely did not do enough.
No! I was suspecting it!
What should they have done better?
I think they should have improved themselves first of all.
Like the lecturers?
They actually like.
I agree.
They should have improved themselves, because I mean you can't pour out from an empty.
And
not like I'm calling them empty, but I mean you have to keep up with the times.
They're teaching from like 5 years behind.
You say 5 years? 20? Oh my god.
Several years behind of time. And I mean, my younger brother is a computer science student. And when he runs to me, I'm like, what are they teaching you? Maybe you should come out of school. Let me just be a lecturer, because what is this? 2024.
Like things that they don't need.
So I push some materials to him. I send him to people that also can push some materials to him, and when he finished watching it and then go to class, it's like
I know everything.
Like in 2024, a private university still writes code on paper for exam.
That's what literally.
It's so dumb. I'm not understanding.
System
I won't like, the walls are like this for boot camps and university.
Oh, true. But then boot camps are really expensive.
They're very expensive now,
especially physical ones, because I feel like that had like a positive effect, because you had like the community and like the everyday drive.
Exactly.
Online would work if you had like the the conditions, conducive conditions.
So what would you tell a, let's say, 200 level student studying computer science?
Okay, so I would say the degree is great, but the time you have to perfect your skills, to get in touch with them, in tow with the market, is awesome. I mean, I wish I could like just study and build. Like, I wish I could just do that. I mean, you have all the time to do all of that. So just don't just focus on what you're being taught. Go out, like go on Twitter, join tech communities, and like try to grow yourself and like just build stuff. I'm not even saying just maybe get a job or try to just build yourself, build stuff, learn technologies, and just grow with the trend. Don't stay back so you don't get left behind.
You don't have to be a graduate to have a good job in tech.
Great job.
Right, so a lot of people are still in school and they already have great jobs that they're doing. So
because they
while you're schooling, I mean, you can build stuff, like you said, learn ahead of your class.
Yeah, join communities and all of that.
Tech communities are very great places to be. Create your networks and everything. How do you manage hunger while working?
Manage hunger?
Because I mean, I'm very hungry and I cannot concentrate. So how do you manage that?
Okay, yeah, when I get very hungry, I get migraine, so I just stop and go and Normally by 3, 4, my brain has clocked out already. Because sometimes I work in the office, so on those days where there's no movement at all through the day, around 3, 4, my brain has clocked out for the day.
So you can stay a whole day without eating and working?
Yes, I could. I can.
Aside from smoothie, because I don't count that as food.
Yeah, I can actually. But that's just me. Like I've been known to starve myself, right? So that's not
healthy?
Like it's healthy. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. But that's one of my vices.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love what you do?
How much do I love what I do? I would say 8 over 10.
Your social life, how is it?
Non-existent.
You don't go out?
No, I do not.
Why?
So like I have this bad habit of like sometimes don't do too much, but sometimes we have like a non-feasible deadline, and just because I know it has to be done, I'll say okay, let's do it. So in people's mind, I'm just working in the office and actually I'm working weekends so that I can meet their deadline, which is not nice because you have family to relate with, you have friends to catch up with. And that's not a very nice balance. But I feel like it's something I can afford now. Like as I'm trying to set like a good foundation, but eventually I need to stop doing that. And I was intentional about that this Easter period. Like I didn't go home with my system just so I'll not be tempted to actually work.
That works now. So if you were to be social, what would you be doing?
I love going to the beach.
Yeah. What does
I
that
think
do
house
for you?
parties are cool. Like I like the
So you
one
enjoy the one?
Yeah, I love the one you organize, like familiar faces, beautiful games, like really sensible, and like having to meet your community, people that we actually started with together, and see like how much progress we all have, gotten attained basically. So yeah, I love your house parties, and yeah, I think those are ways I'd love to socialize.
Thank you.
Like yeah.
Nice. If you were to explain your job with an emoji, what emoji would that be? Or describe your job,
An emoji. It's like, you know that smiley face with like a sweat on top, like
Why?
Yeah. I feel like it's a mixture of everything. Sometimes it's like okay, and sometimes it's like oh my goodness, and then it's sometimes like oh god, why am I doing this? So yeah, that would be like okay.
What do you like about your teammates?
Okay, so I work with project designers.
Okay.
Sometimes I have like overlapping tasks with the growth team, like maybe to set up WordPress and stuff for them. So the product designers, they are really talented. Like I love how they could just I love how they can translate ideas to designs. and it extrapolates everything that's needed in that system. I think product designers are really important, right? They're really, really important. Because even some of things you don't think about when they're designing it, they have to like, oh, this feature is important, and then they include it. So yeah, I love that. The PM is like a very, she knows her onion. She's very good with like managing the team and like reaching out to people, and she knows how to communicate. That's really important because some people in the tech space, they really lack that. So those are just a few things I like about them. So it's easy to work without friction because all the team members, like, they all contribute their quota to the success of the team.
What are 5 things that you cannot leave the house without taking along, that will always find in your bag?
5 things would be my phone, my token. My token is in my bag downstairs. My sunshades. Money, small cash. Myself. I mean,
your bag.
Okay. On a weekday, my laptop. On a weekend, you won't see me outside. So,
do you have any mentor?
Actually. Actually.
Or anyone that inspires you a lot in tech?
So like when I got into the boot camp. The team lead actually inspired me because he's someone that you can clearly see understands like software engineering from the basics, so that when he's teaching beginners, he breaks it down to like the beginner level. Like I think he's an awesome teacher, and there are not many of him in like the tech.
Growing up, what was that technology that really amused you? Like you're like,
I'll say it's the airplane because there are times that I would dream of building one.
Dream of building an airplane?
And I'm telling you, like I really, really liked it. Like I loved the idea that something so heavy could just hang in the air and like just move through the air. So I'll say yes, the airplane.
You have an opportunity to have a dinner with any tech icon, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
I think my first choice would be Ezra, because I think he hosts like the best brunch as well. Apart from that, I think he's like he's someone I really admire.
Who's Ezra first?
Ezra now, Paystack, the founder of one of the founders of Paystack. So I think it's really beautiful that someone like that.
Don't that's weird now.
Oh no, don't do that.
I need to understand and explain very well. Okay, so
yes, I think the fact that somebody's so relatable, right? Well, it might not be relatable in that sense, but I like the fact that someone could build something like so visionary and like inspire, you know, other founders to build other exciting products and still be within touch, right? This is somebody that still like comes online, still like just is still human. It makes me feel like you don't have to be robotic or anything. I mean, you can still change like millions of lives or like affect millions of lives positively without becoming a robot. I don't know. There's just something about the way he is that inspires me, and obviously I would like to learn a lot from him because obviously he's really very intelligent. I've read like a lot of stuff from people that he has worked with and how, you know, how impactful he is, like how technically sound he is. So I think it's like he'll be someone that I would want to have like that conversation with.
So what would you like to ask him? One question
I'd like to ask him is, do you feel like you've done enough? I don't know, like, you know, there's always that feeling of we want to do more. So I would want to know if he has gotten to that point where he's just like, this is enough for me. Right.
So have a dinner with Extra. Or walk away with 10 million naira.
What do you mean? I mean, I don't know. We can have full conversation. I mean, we can have full conversation.
No, you have to pick one. No,
that's what I'm saying. The 10 million then phone call. I mean, it's still actually going to communicate with me.
This transaction is not going well. Are you going to walk away with your 10 million naira, or you're still going to have a dinner with extra? I mean, you have to talk about a lot.
10 million now. That's what we're saying the same thing.
No, I'm not saying the same thing.
I will take 10 million.
Have you tried to understand or figure out the things that you're going to be losing if you walk away with 10 million naira?
I mean, like what I said, like there are different ways you can.
Don't worry, 10 million naira.
I mean, communication is not only physical. Like the same conversations we have.
There are just two options. So only two options.
Wait now.
Where do you want to get his phone number from?
That's the thing. We can meet up in we can just. I mean, anything.
Debbi, you have just two options: walk away with 10 million naira, or have a dinner with extra.
Have that 10 million naira, then tweet at him so that he'll give me the answer to that question.
He's going away with 10 million naira. The dinner, no water.
I know it says. I mean,
no, but yeah,
I'll still get the information I want, but then I'll have the money.
Still,
I mean, yeah. But we don't have to meet. Like, I mean, I just admire. He's just someone I really admire. Doesn't mean I should.
I get.
Yeah.
Okay, we've been here since morning. What do you think about this place? I mean,
it's really cool.
Yeah.
Like, I like how quiet it is. It's kind of serene. And then when you're hungry, you can always get food upstairs. I like it. That's a cool aesthetics as well. Okay. So you can take pictures if you want to. Yeah.
Today we walked from the Nest workstation in Yaba, and it has quickly become one of the most aesthetically pleasing and quiet workspaces I have worked from. It's a 2 to 3 story building that has a conference room on the ground floor, moving up to the second floor where we used the private office. It was beautifully designed with a bamboo staircase, adding a natural and appealing touch to the interior. The painting on the wall were particularly striking and relatable. It enhanced the overall ambience of the workspace, and I really liked that. My favorite part of the building, however, is the rooftop lounge. It's an ideal spot to relax, enjoy some drinks, or simply take a panoramic view of Yaba. The food was really good, but not budget friendly, and so if you're on a budget, the food might not be a good idea for you. It costs 15,000 naira to use the private office and about 3,500 naira for the co-working space. Overall, the Nest workstation provides a comfortable and inspiring environment for productivity. Would you come here again?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You guys have one more customer. Thank you so much for watching.
Guys, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Well, her channel, but I mean,
love you.